Welcome to Sheridan's 58th Convocation. This morning, we're honoring the graduates of continuing and professional studies. My name is Carol Altilia, and I am Sheridan's Provost and Vice President Academic. As we gather virtually today, we would like to acknowledge that all of Sheridan's campuses reside on land that has been and still is the traditional territory of several Indigenous nations, including the Anishinaabe, the Haudenosaunee Confederacy, the Wendat, the Métis, and the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation. Since time immemorial, numerous Indigenous nations and Indigenous peoples have lived in and passed through this territory. We recognize this territory as covered by the Dish with One Spoon Treaty and the Two-Row Wampum Treaty, which emphasize the importance of joint stewardship, peace, and respectful relationships. As you may be joining us from different territories, we acknowledge the many diverse nations and territories from which you are joining. Sheridan affirms that it is our collective responsibility to honor and respect those who have gone before us, those who are here, and those who have yet to come. We are grateful for the opportunity to be learning, working, living, and thriving on this land. Congratulations, graduates! Convocation is a significant milestone in your life, one made more meaningful by the unprecedented challenges you've had to overcome since the global pandemic began. You've completed your program during a time when we had to quickly adapt the ways in which we work and learn, lacked a sense of normalcy and routine, and were prevented from gathering and celebrating in person with our friends and family, and faced threats or impacts to our financial stability and security. As we see vaccination numbers continue to increase and COVID-19 case rates gradually decrease around the world, we can all take comfort in the knowledge that better is coming. But as we gather virtually today in celebration and in anticipation of a brighter future, we also recognize those who have suffered the greatest loss of all during the pandemic. Sheridan mourns every Canadian who has died from this terrible disease, and we grieve alongside each student, faculty, and staff in the Sheridan community who has lost a loved one to COVID-19. To begin our convocation ceremony, please join our students from the Honors Bachelor Music Theatre Performance Program, Leary Murad and Emery Tupper, accompanied by Michael Maroney in singing of our national anthem.
Our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. Quand on passe porter le Père, il s'est porté la croix. Ton histoire est une épopée des plus brillants exploits. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Thank you for that beautiful rendition of O Canada. And now it is my pleasure to introduce Dr. Janet Morrison, Sheridan's President and Vice Chancellor, to officially launch this convocation.
Thank you, Carol. On behalf of Sheridan, I extend a warm welcome to you, our graduates in the continuing and professional studies, and to your family members and friends who are joining us today for this virtual ceremony. Convocation is an important milestone in our students' experience. It's the culmination of years of hard work and a stepping stone into your future. While I'm disappointed, like all of you, that circumstances prevent us from celebrating your achievements in our traditional fashion, the importance of this occasion is undiminished. The past 2 years have been a learning experience for all of us, and I'm so proud of the determination you've shown in successfully completing your program in the midst of these unprecedented circumstances. Resilience and grit are qualities we strive to nurture in our students, and your success in reaching this point assures me that we are advancing that goal. My colleagues and I are passionate about post-secondary education because we know it transforms people, families, and communities. It's not just that graduates enjoy higher rates of employment and greater earning power. It's that an investment in higher education propels people to be healthier, more engaged, conscious citizens in our democracy, which is more important now than ever before. You are graduating at a time of global economic and political uncertainty. As our Chancellor, Hazel McCallion, will share with you shortly, past generations have also faced unforeseen challenges and risen to the occasion. I'm confident that you, armed with your degree, diploma, or certificate, and the overall learning and skills that you've gained from your Sheridan experience, are well equipped to go forth and make a positive impact. In closing, I would ask you to consider those who have fueled, funded, or inspired your learning journey, be they family, friends, and/or your professors. They deserve our collective thanks and recognition. It is now my great pleasure to introduce Sheridan's Chancellor, Hazel McCallion. Hazel McCallion was first elected mayor of Mississauga in November 1978 and was the longest-serving mayor in the city's history, serving 12 consecutive terms. Over the course of her career, Ms. McCallion has received countless distinctions and honors. She was installed as Sheridan's inaugural chancellor in June 2016. Over to you, Madam Chancellor.
Greetings to the graduating class of 2021, to the many family members, friends, staff, and faculty joining our virtual audience, welcome. I am glad to be able to share some thoughts with you on this special day. It is a great honor for me to serve as Sheridan's first ever chancellor. As someone who never had the opportunity to attend college or university, I have a keen appreciation for how meaningful this milestone is for you. And as someone who grew up during the Great Depression and oversaw many challenges as mayor of Mississauga, I also understand what it means to embark on a new journey during a pivotal moment in history. As the class of 2021, you are graduating at a time when our society continues to face a great challenge, one that requires all of us to work together to overcome. And we will, together with you, our newest graduates. It will take hard work, ingenuity, passion, and commitment. I have no doubt that you are ready and that Sheridan has prepared you well. You are graduating from one of the most progressive post-secondary institutions in Canada, one that instills in our students a desire and resolve to go out and make a difference in their communities. While this is a moment of unprecedented change in our world, it is also a moment of great opportunity. There's everything out there for you. Go for it with enthusiasm and dedication, and you will be a success. I wish you the very best on this next chapter.
Thank you so much, Chancellor McCallion, for that inspiring message. And now it is my honor to introduce Sarah Ibrahim, a member of the first graduating class of the Honors Bachelor of Creative Writing and Publishing, and Sheridan's inaugural Poet Laureate. As part of the graduating class of 2021, Sarah has successfully published her work in professional literary venues and has been nominated for several national poetry contests. She is joining us from Vancouver, where she recently started an MFA in creative writing at the University of British Columbia.
Graduation Spark. Class of 2021, hello from afar. Welcome to your graduation. This is not the graduation we envisioned. This is not the final year we expected. This is not the bittersweet end to our school days we yearned for, but our celebratory spark endures, as does the grief that comes with all good endings. We should remember that spark, like all energy, does not die, it transforms. It grows and winnows into new beginnings. It transmutes all it touches. It alters us even as itself ends. So, yes, gone in our celebration is a pressing of the crowd. Gone is the stage. Gone are the echoes of applaud. The cheers of friends and family is soft and far away. Gone is the congratulatory hugs and handshakes. No bouquet taken and no moment on stage. What lingers is the tenderness of a last class, the end to life as a student, the shifting hope. A spark that carries on, that burns for just a little bit longer. What remains is the loneliness of a good ending, of the embers left at the end of an educational fire. Yes, something intangible is missing, something in the smoke and fog of a physical celebration. Sure, the electricity of a shared space and time is gone. Our isolated screens both separate and connect us. We alone celebrate together. But that spark, that energy of a lingering end, and the joy of new beginnings lives here in this moment. Even in this moment of distant celebration of stifled joy, let us rekindle the flame and let sweetness overcome. Hold on to the pride and triumph, that high that comes with burning success, or capture this relief we feel at a hard-earned end, that lingering relief of earning a hard graduation. And finally, embrace even the fear-tinged thrill that comes with new beginnings. Here at the end, take a moment to remember ourselves in our first fiery school days. Think about the light that guided us from a gasping, stumbling semester. Remember our shifting journey of a strike, a funding cut, and finally a pandemic. Each one taking some of our number, but not our fire. Let us celebrate the journey so filled with burning energy and heat. This is a parade of wide-flung graduating class synchronized together. This space between us is less than the distance glass can throw sparking light. Bedroom lights have replaced stage lights. Our smiles are the same. Computer screens have supplanted stages. Our whispered conversation by DMs. Our applause is internal and far away, but not less joyous than when out loud and up close. Here at the end, take a moment to remember ourselves in the early optimistic first days. Think about that light that guided us from a gasping first semester. Remember our shifting journey of a strike, a funding cut, and finally a pandemic. Each one taking some of our number, but not our fire. A gift of a journey is a satisfying end. A fire, a spark, an ember that keeps its glow. Class of 2021, goodbye and congratulations from afar.
Thank you, Sarah, for your incredibly powerful message. At this time, I'd like to introduce the chair of Sheridan's Board of Governors, a leader deeply invested in students' learning and graduate outcomes, Ms. Daniela Hampton-Davies, to extend greetings from the board and confer this year's credentials.
Thank you, Janet. We have been presented with the list of graduates who have successfully completed the curriculum of their chosen program as required by Sheridan's Board of Governors and recommended by Continuing and Professional Studies to be awarded their credentials in recognition of their academic accomplishment. I therefore confer their certificates on them in absentia with all the honors, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. On behalf of the Board of Governors, I want to extend our warmest congratulations to the class of 2021. At this time, I'd like to hand the virtual floor over to Nazanin Hirji, Executive Director of Continuing and Professional Studies, to deliver her remarks and introduce your valedictorian.
On behalf of Continuing and Professional Studies, I'd like to congratulate each of you for completing your respective programs, an accomplishment that demonstrates your resilience, determination, and dedication, especially in these challenging times. You enrolled at Sheridan eager to upgrade your skills or acquire new knowledge and skills to advance your careers. I'm confident that the successful completion of your Sheridan credential sets you up for your future success. It's an academic tradition for a representative of the graduating class to speak on behalf of their fellow graduates, looking back on your Sheridan experience and looking forward to the future journey on which you are about to embark. It is my pleasure to introduce this year's valedictorian from Continuing and Professional Studies, Wendy Dinu. Wendy is graduating from the Human Resource Management program. Her philosophy is based on her core values of integrity, growth, and service. Wendy's commitment and experience have enabled her to successfully lead and implement various HR projects, such as the payroll, the performance management, and the time and attendance systems, and she was responsible for training new employees on them. Wendy recently applied her knowledge and expertise to support the Region of Peel mass vaccination program in operations support. She acted as the lead in client registration, was responsible for screening clients, and trained new staff. Her positive attitude encouraged others to persevere on challenging days. Wendy's contribution to the Region of Peel vaccination program, which vaccinated over 75% of Peel's population, has been a humbling and rewarding experience for her. In her free time, Wendy's passions for gardening and baking allow her to refocus on the small things in life which help her find strength and inspiration. I'm honored to turn the camera over to Wendy, your Continuing and Professional Studies valedictorian.
Thank you, Director Hirji. Greetings to our virtual audience, faculty members, family, friends, and the graduating class of 2021. Today, our next journey begins. It will be a winding one, filled with surprises and setbacks, and we must be ready to embrace it fully, as it will guide us to our destiny, a destiny determined by choice, not chance. Meeting all of you, my fellow graduates, has been a wonderful experience. I remember having coffee at Square One before the pandemic. We exchanged contact information, and we connected with each other through WhatsApp or emails. When we needed advice, we reached out to each other. I'll remember all of you for your kindness and support for each other. We collaborated and shared different perspectives while working on projects. Some of us even learned how to make origami shapes. And guess what? I still have my origami frog. Now, we look back and realize that we all had one goal in mind: to achieve a passing grade. As we go forward, we need to set daily, weekly, and yearly goals. I set my goals every day with the understanding that I must persevere to be one step ahead in achieving my objectives. In March 2020, we switched from in-class to virtual learning. Some of us had to adjust our travel schedules. Some of us needed to upgrade our technology. And we suddenly became pros at using Bongo and Zoom. We turned on our cameras when we introduced ourselves. Most of us had never looked at ourselves on camera before, but we did it. We survived these challenges. We did not quit. And now we are graduating. What an accomplishment. Thank God we succeeded. We will face challenges in life, at work, and with our families. But our vocabulary will now include words like resilience, flexibility, determination, and diligence. Today is a day to be thankful and to be inspired. At Sheridan, we have received a great education. Thank you to our administration and professors for their dedication. Thank you to our families for their unconditional support, and to our friends who walked along with us. Because of them, we are able to reach our dreams, and we can say, we made it. The friendships that we have made here will last a lifetime. In the same way we have supported each other to succeed at Sheridan, let's continue to provide support and encouragement for each other in the future. So, when you leave here today, celebrate what you have accomplished and look forward to how you can be an inspiration to others. Congratulations, class of 2021. Now, let us go and make a difference. Thank you.
Congratulations, Wendy, and thank you for your insightful and inspiring words. I eagerly look forward to hearing about your next success. At this time, I'd like to introduce our guest speaker, Akil McKenzie. Akil is a gifted director and videographer who graduated from Sheridan's Bachelor of Film and Television program in 2018. As the founder and chief executive officer of Falling Motion, he's worked for various clients, creating music and corporate videos for companies including Nike and Lexus. In February, he also launched his new film, Historians, which brings together his powerful spoken word poem that poignantly captures the experience of anti-Black racism. His film has gone viral on social media and was recently featured on CBC's The National. It also won Best Social Justice Film at the Vancouver Independent Film Festival. Thank you for joining us today, Akil.
The way I want to start this, I'm gonna start that over. It was disgusting. I'm gonna do it again. Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Akil McKenzie, or on Instagram, Akil.McKenzie. If you're trying to follow me, you know what I'm saying. And I am a 2018 graduate from the Honors of Bachelor of Film and Television. Right now, I currently am in a full-time job running my own media production company, which is called Falling Motion. We shoot like commercials, music videos, weddings, films, all that stuff. I do what I went to school for. So the way I want to start this is by asking if you guys remember 2012. You know, that's the year where there were all these kinds of predictions that the world was going to end, and there were movies and songs all dropping about it, and everyone was like, it's the end of the world! And spoiler, we got through it. Now, 2020 comes along, and everyone's like, yo, the Mayans got it wrong, bro. We read it wrong. It's not supposed to be 2012. The world's gonna end in 2020. And you know what? I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was pretty legit. Because the world looked like it was actually burning. Global pandemic, political upheaval, human rights were just endangered left, right, and center, and yet we made it through that year too. Now, here we are. And I'm speaking with the graduating class of 2021. You know, that sounds nice. Like, that's a nice year to see you graduated. Like, 2021, it's good. It sounds good. And you made it through that. You were a part of that. And now, as you graduate, the world's just going to keep burning. It's going to keep happening. But that's okay, because as it's already been proven, that does not stop you from shooting for success. Like, look where you are now. Now, when I say success, I don't mean that as career, not lifestyle. I'm talking about happiness. True success is happiness for yourself and for those around you. And the way life works, a lot of people aren't given the opportunity to find that success. Many people aren't in circumstances that encourages that happiness. And that's why it's kind of okay to see the world burn down, because it gives us the chance to rebuild. And we are the generation that will take that fire and turn it into light. You finished your time at Sheridan in circumstances that you couldn't have dreamed of when you started. The Sheridan alumni community is so proud of you. Congratulations, Bruins. Let's shoot for success.
You finished your time at Sheridan in circumstances you never could have dreamed of when you started.
The Sheridan alumni community is proud of you. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Bruins, and welcome to the alumni community. We'll be here to cheer you on as you start your career, and I can't wait to see what you'll accomplish next.
Congratulations, Bruins. You've worked so hard. Now it's your turn to celebrate.
Savor every moment of this exciting time in your life, and welcome to Sheridan Alumni.
Thank you so much, Akil, and all of our incredible alumni who continue to support Sheridan. It is now time for that special moment, the virtual presentation of degrees, diplomas, and certificates, which will be highlighted on each graduate's slide. But before we begin, I want to speak to the special designations and awards that some of you have received for outstanding academic achievement. Students who achieve a cumulative program grade point average of 3.6 to 3.89 will receive a light blue honor cord in recognition of their honors status. Students who achieve a cumulative program grade point average of 3.9 to 4.0 will receive a double blue honor cord in recognition of their high honors status. The student in each program with the best academic record overall will be awarded the Board of Governors Silver Medal. Those graduates who have completed the Board Undergraduate Certificate in Creativity and Creative Problem Solving in addition to their degree program will also be bestowed the Creativity Honor Cord. This honor cord is a symbol of academic achievement, and the color orange represents creativity. The stole that you will receive, along with your parchment, is a symbol of academic achievement that represents the realization of excellence in your chosen program and symbolizes your membership in the international community of scholars. Any special designations our graduates have received will appear on their individual slide, along with their personal reflection and picture. Our Indigenous graduates will also receive sweetgrass. Sweetgrass is one of the 4 sacred medicines of First Nations communities, along with sage, cedar, and tobacco. It is used by many Indigenous communities across North America for ceremonial purposes, smudges, healing, and talking circles. The smoke is believed to purify thoughts and physical spaces and to promote wellness. It is often braided with the 3 sections representing mind, body, and soul, or love, kindness, and honesty. There's a further institutional honor that we recognize at Convocation each year. The highest academic honor awarded by post-secondary institutions in Canada is the Governor General's Medal. This medal recognizes the graduate who has achieved the highest academic record from among the members of the graduating class. We would now like to recognize this year's recipient, Sevan Akar Hamada, who was awarded the medal earlier this year.
Hi, good morning. My name is Janet. I'm Sheridan's president.
Do you know why we're here today? That is awesome. You should be doing this announcement and award. That is exactly it. So congratulations. Like, we're so thrilled for you. The Governor General's Award is a really big deal. So congratulations. Thank you for choosing Sheridan. We've heard just amazing things from your faculty, and so we're so proud of you. Honestly, you carry with you Sheridan's legacy in all that you're going to do, and I can't imagine how much work you've invested in this, particularly with 2 kids at home. So congratulations. Yeah, the last year in particular couldn't have been easy. So well done, well done. Congratulations. Congratulations again to our graduating class in continuing and professional studies. We are so proud of you and the 195,000 alumni of this great institution. Please know that as soon as public health directives allow, we hope to offer you the opportunity to cross our stage and celebrate your accomplishment in person. Until then, on behalf of our entire learning community, I'd like to thank you for choosing Sheridan to advance your educational and life goals. Best of luck in the next step of your journey, and please stay in touch with our incredible alumni team.